Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are for a cube video. So, this is the Legacy Cube on Magic Online. Has a lot of really sweet things going on. Um, so out of this pack, I see a few things that are interesting. Terastodon is one of the best big green ramp targets. It's great to natural order into and ramp to, and probably what I'm going to take out of this pack. I usually prefer to start with the mana critters and get the big payoff cards later, but Drastodon is just one of the best because he can answer problematic permanents as well as being just a ginormous threat. Other considerations are the fixing. Um, the temples aren't great, but shocklands are great with fetches. Not a lot of other real premium cards in this pack. Read the Bones is fine. Force Spike is fine. Brimstone Volley is great in the red aggro deck. Killing Fiend can be fine in blue-red or red, but I'd much rather be ramping and doing silly things, so take Terastodon first. Now, Splinter Twin is very interesting. So, Splinter Twin taken early on in the queue is great because it lets you kind of draft around it, and um, you can just do some really, really silly things with it. So, I think I am going to take Splinter Twin here. Um, yeah, Living Death is also great. Eldrazi Monument is amazing if you have a lot of creatures, if you have kind of a go wide strategy. Um, Living Death is crazy good. I love Runescarred Demon. Very good reanimation target, top end for control decks, but I think I'm just going to jam the Splinter Twin here and see if we can't get in on some Splinter Twin silliness. Hmm. Well, we have Nissa, which goes quite well with our Terastodon. We have Ralzeric, which goes quite well with blue-red decks, which is what the Splinter Twin deck wants to be. I think I might just take Ralzeric here and try to go in on the blue-red deck. Um, there's some consideration for Nissa. I feel like Nissa quite a bit. Ramp decks. I'm gonna take Ralzeric. We're gonna try to make blue-red happen here. Well, there's quite a few fun ones in this pack. Time Warp, great. Um, Dungeon Geist is a great control card. Duplicant is a monster. Handles problematic permanents. Uh, becomes a threat. I'm just going to take Time Warp. Going to take blue and red cards and do some silly things. Well, no blue or red cards, which is a little problematic. Um, well, I could take Doomblade and potentially be some kind of Grixis control deck that does or does not have a Splinter Twin win condition. Shadow Mage Infiltrator also kind of fits that strategy. Could take Marsh Flats, but it's kind of off color. Patches are always great, but I'm gonna take Doomblade here. Wow. Hmm. Well, Grimberg is quite good in the blue-white control. We could theoretically be Esper here. Tarka's a great rampy card. Delver just, in my experience, doesn't get there. Um, Generally doesn't. It's hard to play enough instant sorcerers to really make it a thing. I think I'm gonna take. This is kind of a train wreck here. I think I'm gonna take Dream Verdict. Um, the idea being that we're probably a controllish type deck. We just have a lot of random stuff right now. Let's see. Ultimate Price is probably fine. Armageddon, the most powerful card in the pack, but doesn't go terribly well with the Verdict that we already have. I'm just going to take Ultimate Price, try to be kind of a Grixis control deck. Now, with that in mind, I think Dissolve is fine. People are casting big spells and having counter spells is always good. Um, Blue, black, and red can also have a reanimate or sneak attack idea as well. So with that in mind, I'm going to take Luna's Prowler here. Potentially open up the door to some silliness. Dogger Bolus. Hmm. So Planeswalkers would be great. More disruption would be great. Anything to partner with this Splinter Twin would obviously be um, money. A whole lot of cards that we don't want to play here. I guess we want to play against Times Phoenix the least. Eat that and get that out of there. I think the ship has sailed on us being green. Didn't get any fixing at all this pack, which is a little problematic if we're trying to run 3 colors. Dungeon Geist is a fine pickup there. The controlling type creature can interact with the board. So it looks like we're probably blue-black control splashing red for Splinter Twin. That is kind of the way I'm leaning with the cards that we have already. Um, we've got a long way to go if that's going to be good, but the Devotion to Black guy, I guess Bone Splitter is the scariest. Certainly not playing any of those cards. Suppose I could stick Delver in there. Maybe we get there. Um, 6, so we have 4 instant sorceries right now, I think. And more Blade, Ultimate Price Dissolve. So hypothetically, we could be a Delver deck. I don't think it's likely, but. All right. So there's lots of good cards for our theoretical strategy here. Flick is great. Terminate's great. Edict is fine. But I think I'm going to take Scalding Tarn. Like I said in the first pack, we didn't get any fixing. Scalding Tarn is probably the best one that we could find. Fetches are phenomenal because if you pick up any duels or shocks, they can become a tri-land. They fuel, delve in case you pick up a murderous cut, that sort of thing. So that in mind, I think I'm just going to jam Scalding Tarn and go from there. Well, we have 2 triple blue cards in Feature Sight and Teferi, both quite strong. Um, hmm. Well, let's see. I don't really want to be a creature deck for Teferi. Being said, I mean, maybe Duress is the pick, but cards are both much higher in power level. I don't really want to play triple cost spells, even if they're quite powerful. This may be wrong, but I think I'm going to take Duress here. With the idea being that, the more controlling we are, the better. Wow, so Cyclonic Rift is great. Um, people go all in reanimating some big thing and you can just bounce it. Later in the game, you can bounce everything they have. I think Rift is just the pick here. Maybe we are a Delver deck. The Delver Tempo deck. Wooded Foothills also quite strong here. Again, fetches can, if we get a red-black or red-blue dual land or shock land, we can go find all our colors. But I think there's enough upside on Cyclonic Rift here that I'm going to take that. We need to find some win conditions. So speaking of dual lands and shock lands, I think I'm going to jam the Steam Vents here. Fix our mana. Cast an Entomb last pack, and we have an Animate Dead here, so maybe missing the boat a little bit, and maybe I should have been on a reanimation strategy. Could take the Animate Dead, but I think I'm just going to take the land, try to make our colors work, maybe open the door for some sweet gold cards. This is an easy fact or fiction. Fact is just great. If we can 1-for-1 with some removal spells, and Underground Sea is a huge pickup here. Lets our following turn be a tri-land. So I tend to err on the side of picking fixing. And that fits the bill. Phyrexian Arena is an interesting choice here. We could certainly use some more card draw. Double black is not terribly easy, but our mana is looking like it's going to probably come together. So I could also take Solemn Simulacrum, which is great. We're choked on 4s right now, but there's a possibility I'm just not red. Spells come out. I think I'm going to take Phyrexian Arena. Languish. We're slightly at the risk of getting run over because we don't have a lot going on. Terminate. Terminate's just a great unconditional removal spell. Kills things dead. So we're just looking to be a Grixis control deck here, which seems like a fun thing to do. We have quite a few instants of sorceries for our Delver already, so we're looking good on that front. Really just be instant sorceries, maybe a Tog. Maybe we go crazy and find Nicol Bolas. Augur's great, the more instant sorceries we have. So, love to pick up a Jace. Jace Beleren would be a nice pickup here. Fill out our curve a little bit. Goes great with Time Warp. Cameo would also be quite a high pick. Any of the Planeswalkers, really. I think I will jam the Future Sight here. I'm more interested in that than I am in a Factory or any of the other cards. Depending on how our mana comes together, it might be able to be played. Certainly out of the sideboard against decks that aren't going to crush us in the first few turns. like to pick up some more counter spells. Miscalculation or force of will. Ah, I love Isochron Scepter so much. I'm gonna take Isochron Scepter here and probably regret it. Isochron Scepter is a pet card of mine. It's one of my favorite cards ever printed. Just, something like Cyclonic Rift or Terminate under a Scepter is just value for days. Some chance we play Firecraft. Need a Deceiver Exarch, um, Jace, Nicol Bolas, maybe some fast mana. That's what we're looking to pick up here. Probably going to cut the Una's Prowler. Not looking like we're going to be reanimating anything. Power level on our deck is definitely a little low. A little low for a cube deck. We don't have any big splashy finishers, or any finishers really. We've got a Dungeon Geist that can chip for 3 a turn, and that's about it. So, theoretically flip our Delver, but well, speaking of finishers, I mean, Geist isn't great, but I don't know, might be a thing. Theoretically splash white. So I don't know what world that really happens. I guess we aren't married to red. We could theoretically cut, terminate, and splinter twin, and move in on some white cards with Geist and Verdict. A little tempting, so definitely want to keep our eyes open for potential Esper leaning. Esper makes a good control deck as well. We don't yet have anything to pair with our Splinter Twin. I guess we can theoretically draw a bunch of instants and sorceries with Augur Bolas. Ralzaric and let us double down on Isochron Scepter. Might be a thing. Alright, what do we got here? What do we got? Anybody? Bueller? I guess we have El Flaco Chiavi, who's taking a little while for their picks. Okay, dokie. There's Jace the Mind Sculptor. That's quite a card. Batterskull is a great finisher. Temple's fine for us, but Chase the Mind Sculptor is just he's Chase the Mind Sculptor. Yeah. Slam that in the deck and not even worry about it. Goes great with the extra turns cards. Um, Phenomenal pickup. Brainstorm for days. Gives us a win condition theoretically. Fate Seal our opponent. Put the hard control on him. Great pickup. Upheaval would be great. Yeah. There's not a lot of artifacts that make mana in the cube. I think they took a lot of them out, which is unfortunate. I wish my have quite a few fours here. Cryptic is great. I'm gonna put my Splinter Twin over here for now. Badlands would also be wonderful, but Cryptic is just such a powerful card that maybe the red becomes a light splash and we run the future sight Cryptic and are just mostly a blue deck. The Deceiver Exarch. It's always so disappointing when you draft the twin deck and it doesn't get there. Not that I've really drafted a twin deck, but wow, lots of gold cards in this pack. Holy moly. Gold cards for days. Um, we could take threads. Could also take Slaughter Pact. Slaughter Pact is nice because it just kills stuff dead. I'm always a little bit worried playing Pacts because there's the potential for horrendous backfires. Threads doesn't necessarily get what you want it to get. Um, that being said, control magic effects are always powerful in the cube. Um, I am gonna take threads here. Who knows? Maybe we can steal something sweet. Brainstorm is a great card to go in an Isochron Scepter. Also quite like Hypnotic Spectre. Icefall Regent is a nice little finisher. Imperial Recruiter could theoretically be Splinter, but doesn't really get us anything. I'm just gonna take Brainstorm here. And just embrace the fact that we're a Delver deck, I guess. Yeah, Brainstorm seems fine. We have one fetch land. We need to take a finisher here. I'm gonna take, you know what? A Delver deck. Okay, Dissipate is fine. Just counters for days. Gas Dancer also a consideration here. It kind of doubles as a win condition in a pinch. Yeah, we are very light on ways to actually win the game, so I think I'm going to take Stratus Dancer here. Really sad that we didn't get through on Splinter Twin. I mean, I guess I have a few picks left. Let's see, 35. So we're 5 picks in. So we've got 3 packs. 3 packs left to theoretically hit a Deceiver Exarch or whatnot. Hmm. Decisions here. Incinerate's great in Isochron Scepter. Another win condition. Gitaxian Probe, also great in Isochron Scepter. Both of them work fine for Silver. Yeah, stuff that says draw a card seems great. I do like burn spells and Scepter though. We're just doing a lot of dirtling here, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of dirtling. Our spell, cool. So counter spell, another great Isochron Scepter decision there. This deck is very, very silly, but I kind of like it. I'm gonna run this Languish. I need to run the Languish. I don't have enough playables. Oh goodness. Where's my Nico Bolas? Where is he? He was hiding. So we're basically just a nice Crown Scepter value deck. Seems legit. Wrath of God, Lantern, gets us mana. Serendip Ifrit is kind of a win condition. I don't like taking Hangerback Walker here. Hangerback Walker can get quite large. He's left unmolested. Ralzeric lets us double down on him. Yeah, I'm going to take Hangerback Walker here. Put the Language back in the sideboard for now. I really wish I would have picked up a Treachery or a Dragonlord Silumgar or some of the more powerful control magic effects. Deck is definitely a little low on the power level. Well, Phantasmal Image is a wonderful pickup here. Card just copies whatever giant thing they have. So that's a very powerful card. Don't think Mimic Fat is where we want to be. Although, we can just kill things and then Mimic Fat them. Yeah, I'm going to take here. Badlands is great. Mana's perfect. Life's good. Kind of wish I had that other. Yeah, the Delver. I really wish I had taken that Dissipate over the Stratus Dancer now. I mean, didn't need to be that worried about win conditions, but it is what it is. I'm gonna cut the Duress here for now. Slaughter Pact or better fixing. I mean, red's a really light splash. We don't even have that many black cards, so I'm gonna just take Slaughter Pact here. Slaughter Pact also kind of cute on Ice-Crown Scepter, but 5 mana per turn. It's a little expensive. Mana Gorger Hydra is huge. Scary. I want to cut a creature here. Well, Kokusho is sort of a win condition. I like dragons. Dragons are sweet. Alright, so we have ways to win the game now. I don't think that either of those are really where we want to be, but out here might just be Phyrexian Arena. Phyrexian Arena kind of makes our Delver worse and our Scepter worse. I think the games that we're going to win are going to be on the back of Isochron Scepter, probably. Deck is very silly. Got some powerful things going on, but oof. Okay, so probably just run 13 lands. I go 9/2/2. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 12 blue sources. 2, 3, 4, 5 black, and 2, 3, 4, 5 red. Seems fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're definitely going to need some luck to win here, but we do have some powerful things going on. Isochron Scepter with lots of great targets. Based on Mind Sculptor, we can take some extra turns. We have lots and lots of disruption. We can get Hangerback Walker going for Rouse Eric. We'll see. I'll see you guys back for the matches.